Hello. Before I lose natural light, I want to film the intro to this video. It is like the middle of May right now. I think it's May 16th. And I have 2 books left on my May TBR. Let me find them. I swear I never start these videos prepared. Like, you would think I'd be good at this by now. I'm not. Anyways, I have 2 books left on my May TBR, and they are both now finally on my physical TBR. And they are What Happens After Midnight by Cale Walter and Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I am really excited, to read both of these books. I just haven't necessarily been in the mood for them, but I want to see if I can read them and just be in the mood for them. Does that make sense? And I really, really want to read both of these this month. So, that being said, I'm going to start with What Happens After Midnight because my graduation is exactly 2 weeks from today. That was crazy to say because my best friend is graduating on Monday. And then I graduate a week and a half after that. I'm a mess right now, you guys. I'm so sorry. My life is just a mess right now. But that being said, What Happens After Midnight, to my understanding, this book revolves around this girl, and she goes to a boarding school and she's graduating and they pull a senior prank. It's supposed to be a YA romance. It's not very highly acclaimed, but same with Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. I'm hoping that because I'm graduating, I can just enjoy the mood of the story. And that'll be enough. And then this book we'll talk about when we get there, but we're gonna start with this one. Yay! Literally, 2 hours later, I don't know. I filmed when I got home, and I don't know what time I got home, but I'm finally going to pick up What Happens After Midnight by Cale Walter. One mental breakdown later. I was broken up with this week, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I was starting this video with a talking clip because I just found such a cute little playlist. It's called... I can't get my camera to focus. My camera sucks at focusing. It's not a fancy camera like everyone else's. I have to manually adjust the focus, but it's really cute. It's like a summer coffee shop playlist, and I'm going to enjoy this while I read. Hey guys, I'm literally so lazy, by choice, because I just went all the way downstairs to get my book, but I wouldn't walk over to my bookshelf to get my camera, so we're on my phone again. What do you want from me? I am just a girl, okay? Okay, so I'm 100 pages through What Happens After Midnight by Cale Walter. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I don't think I'm in the correct headspace to be really reading and enjoying this book right now. It's not in a slump. It's obviously, I've read 7 books this month and it is May 18th. So I'm not slumping. And I'm getting sidetracked. My point is, I don't think I'm doing this book justice, but I also think that I'm liking it more than other people are saying that they like it, because I'm just not enjoying reading right now in general, but for what this is, I'm enjoying this. This is a good book for me to be reading right now because it's so brainless. The main girl, Lily, she has been invited to take part in her senior class's senior prank, and it's always kept a secret from the boarding school faculty, and the leader of the prank is her ex. So this is a second chance romance. If I'd known that going in, I probably would have not have gone in to read it at this particular season in my life. I'm trying to escape into it. I really am. And honestly, the cover is helping a lot. I mean, I feel like everyone loves the cover of this book. It's just so cute. But yeah, I don't know. It is Saturday now. If I don't know, like, the last time I talked to the camera. I've been reading this book for a hot minute now, but yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna sit here and chill and read for a little bit. I'd like to get to 150 pages today. I have an audiobook that I'm listening to as well. Actually, you know what? Change of plans. This is gonna be a finishing my May TBR video, but I also want to talk about the audiobook that I'm reading because it is on my spring TBR. I checked out All Good People Here by, I forget who the author is, it's up on the screen here, from Libby as an audiobook, and I am so excited because it is narrated by the same voice actor that did The Unmaking of June Farrow, which is the only audiobook that I've ever rated 5 stars, and it was my first 5-star of the year, and her name, I think her name is Brittany Presley. I don't remember exactly. I forgot the synopsis of the book. I'm about like 10% through, I think, but from what I know so far, so it's a small town in Indiana. That's why I think they're using the same narrator, because her southern accent is just beautiful. Indiana's not southern, but it's very country. Just her narrating it alone is like making me enjoy the book more. So it's a small town in Indiana, and the main girl who's narrating it, she is a reporter, and she's gone back to take care of her sick family member to her hometown because when she was 6 years old, her best friend who lived across the street from her was murdered, who was also a 6-year-old, and the murderer was never found. So she's gone back there to take care of her sick family member 20 years later, and another girl goes missing in a neighboring town. Like, she literally says a stone's throw from the little town. That makes me so happy. Like, just the little things in life that make me happy. Am I right? Anyways, I am really enjoying that book so far, and literally half of it is due to Brittany Presley narrating half the book. It's told in a past and present timeline. Like I said, the main girl is a reporter, so she's reporting on the story and like trying to draw parallels between the current story and the previous story. And the other point of view is the original missing girl's mom from 1994. So actually, I take it back. It's a 25-year time difference because the story takes place in 2019. Book I am also enjoying right now, and audiobooks are 100% working a little bit better for me at this point in my life right now. But yeah, I'm gonna try to sit here and read and stop rambling to the camera. Y'all are probably tired of listening to me. Okay, bye. Hi. Okay, so it's Monday now. Yes, I got my hair cut. Next question. And I finished All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers yesterday. I may give a comprehensive review in this video. I may not. I rated it 2.75 stars. I predicted a lot of the plot twists and really enjoyed the small town setting, but it was very predictable. And the ending wasn't fleshed out properly, so it kind of ended a little bit on a cliffhanger. So yeah, that was frustrating. And then I'm 150 pages through What Happens After Midnight, and the more I read this book, the more I am enjoying it, and I will definitely, hopefully, probably, as long as I'm not super exhausted, read more of this when I get home from work. I just want to quickly pop on and tell you guys what's going on. So, okay, I'll see you later. Guys, I have been filming this video for a week and I finally finished What Happens After Midnight. by K.L. Walter. I finished this book at like 11 o'clock last night. I'm not gonna really do a recap of the books that I read at the end of this video, so I'm gonna give you my review here and now. This is a book that takes place over the course of just a few days. Most of the book takes place actually over the course of a night, and you have Lily and Tag. The main guy's name is Tag, and if you're gonna struggle to get over that, you might not like this book as much. I was okay with it. They dated for like 2 or 3 years at the beginning of high school. They dated and then they broke up, and they've been broken up for about a year, and then they're seniors in high school and it's time for the senior prank. They have this annual tradition where there is a jester nominated from the senior class, and he pulls this elaborate prank towards the end of the school year. Well, they both get roped into the jester's prank, and they go on this romantic adventure together across campus that night. It's a lot of miscommunication. I feel like second chance romances are always gonna have miscommunication because obviously they broke up for a reason, and if the reason wasn't bad enough to keep them from getting back together, it was probably just miscommunication. And that is definitely the case in this book. I enjoyed the vibes of this book. This book was cute and fun, and it didn't require any brain power whatsoever. I did feel like not a ton was happening, and it did feel a little bit slow. I think that's why it took me almost a week to get through. I rated this book 3.5 stars. There's a potential that that rating could go up, but I just know that I didn't like it as much as I liked The Summer of Broken Rules. But I still enjoyed this book, and I would 100% recommend it to you, especially if you are also class of 2024, because if you are, read this book literally like tomorrow. For some reason the cover is giving me Halloween vibes, which I will never understand because it literally takes place in May. But yeah, it was really cute. Tag has diabetes, which I've never really read a book about a character with diabetes, and I know people in my I know of people in my personal life who have diabetes, but I guess it was helpful to kind of understand like what they might be going through. I'm not normally one who's like, oh my gosh, they have this representation and this, and this. But I actually really did enjoy diabetes representation in that book because I feel like I can understand it a little, like what the daily life of someone with diabetes looks like a little bit better. And I say that like it's a big part of the book. It's not. Well, I don't know, it could be, but yeah, I don't know. I did enjoy that part of the story. Now, obviously, the last book on my May TBR is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I don't know why this book has taken me so long to read. I think it's the fact that it circles around Adina, and I didn't love Adina in the first book, but I do love this world, and I've heard good things about the romance, and it's literally like less than 250 pages. Because it's a novella, so I will have no problem. It's May 23rd right now. I will have no problem finishing this book, honestly, probably before the end of the weekend, because I'm about to go to a coffee shop and sit and chill and read this for a little bit. So yeah, I guess I will update you guys after I get started on this book and kind of tell you what's going on. I'm literally so happy right now. I am 132 pages through Powerful, which is literally 60% of the way through the book. I read all of that in one sitting. I came to Starbucks, I sat down, and I have been reading since then. I am loving this book. It basically just follows Adina's side of the story from Powerless, and part of me, like Lauren Roberts, the way she does banter is just perfection. I don't know how else to describe it. I did not even come prepared to annotate this book, but I had come prepared to read my Bible, but at least I came prepared with that. So I had pins and stuff from planning to do that. Yeah, I have already been underlining and highlighting, and this is literally a 220 page novella that I am annotating, or what I consider annotating, which is just like underlining. I'm sorry, what? Also, there is something that Adina says. I'm going to find it because I feel like it literally describes me. Give me a second. She says, my impatience assures that I won't gradually all for someone. Instead, I lose my balance, tripping until I faceplant into inevitable failure. So obviously with this being a novella, it's very insta-lovey, and Adina described herself, as you just saw, as someone who falls in love very easily. Just that's her personality. I was like, hello, I am the same way, and that's probably why I'm not bothered by insta-love, is because the second someone shows any kind of interest in me, it's over. It's over. So I'm with you on that, girl. Anyways, I honestly might finish this today. I almost wish that it was a full-fledged novel, because I would read it. I would read it. And I think that's going to be the only reason that the rating drops, is because I feel like the plot is just not fleshed out enough. Like, if I got to hear these characters banter for like 400 pages, it would probably be a 5-star. And also, knowing what happens at the end of Powerless is making me dread not the end of Powerless, but you know what I'm talking about. It's making me dread the ending of this book. Anyways, I'm going to get lunch with my grandma, and I will talk to you probably tonight after work and gym and everything. So yeah, see you then. If you'll excuse me, I need to take a little intermission and tell you that the guy in this book just said, well, the girl said to him, I need you. And he goes, don't. I'll only disappoint you. And why does that describe me and how I feel right now? Yes, I'm doing okay, if you're wondering. But that describes my mental state right now. So why does Lauren Roberts just write the best characters, you know? I don't know what magic she puts in this, but she is a talent. Like okay, I literally know that I can't rate a novella 5 stars, and I'm not going to, because the story is not fleshed out enough to be worth a 5-star read. But if there were a 5-star novella, it would be this book. Both of these characters are too freaking good for this world, and they're just so precious. Like, and he calls her honey, which is my favorite pet name, I guess is what you would call it, but you know what I mean. Like, honey is my favorite term of endearment. I call people honey. I think I like it because it sounds so southern, and he calls her honey. Why is it so precious? I am in love with this book. Alright, I finished Powerful by Lauren Roberts literally last night. I did end up reading this book in one day, which I kind of suspected could happen, but I didn't really think so, because I was like, 221 pages is still a lot for a day. But then I considered how tiny this book is. Let me show you. Like, okay, I'm just gonna grab the 7-year slip for reference, which is a smaller book too. I wanted to grab my Powerless book, but I don't feel like getting up. So like, it's the 7-year slip is like a small book, and it's still smaller than the 7-year slip, and it's a lot smaller than Powerless. So that definitely helped me get through it faster, because one page of this book was like half a page of Powerless. I loved this novella. The banter was literally to die for. Literally every time he called her honey, I was just I related a lot to both characters, even with it being such a short book and them not being fully fleshed out. There were parts of each character that I found myself relating to. The only thing that really dropped the rating for me, aside from it just being a novella, is the ending, which obviously I knew it was coming, but the ending was just heartbreaking, and I knew that there was no way around it, but it was, the ending just sucked. And not in like a bad writing kind of way, just in a like wow, really? Like, you had to do that kind of way. But I rated this novella 4 stars because I was giggling, kicking my feet, like all of the above. I was loving this book, and I literally cannot wait for Reckless to come out. So just to quickly recap, I read this book in this video, and which is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I rated it 4 stars. I read What Happens After Midnight by K.L. Walter, and I rated this book 3.5 stars. And I also read the audiobook of All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers, which I rated 2.75 stars. So yeah, I guess that's all for today's video. You guys will probably be seeing my wrap up in the near future. And I'm just going to warn you that my wrap up is going to be longer than usual because I've had a crazy month reading wise and life wise, honestly. Alright, that is all for today, and I love you guys. Thank you for your support, and I will see you whenever I see you.